My favorite memory of him was when he took this job, which I was glad he did. I had the opportunity to go across the state, sort of introducing Joe at different places. And what I liked about him was he just acted like he'd been there forever. And one thing that really stuck in my mind is that Joe has a great ability to see everybody. We were at UT Memphis. He had talked to the faculty senate, and we were leaving, going through the Cecil Humphreys building, and there were 4 or 5 students there, and Joe said, "Do I have time to?" And he went over and talked to a group of students that he didn't know from Adam, but it impressed me that the president would take time to go visit with students. And as I say, that whole visit just taught me a whole lot about how Joe DiPietro relates to people of all sorts.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I think my favorite memory is actually the fact that I was able to convince you to move a floor below me, which wasn't easy at moments. But the reality is, it's the mentorship. It's the ability for me to come down to your office when I've got a thorny problem with a cup of coffee and say, "Man, I'm in a whole world of hurt here. Can you give me some advice?" And the other thing I really appreciate about your mentorship is that you give me your advice. It's totally transparent. You know, it's unfiltered, which you need. Truth teller, no doubt. And then if I go in another direction, you never try to cut my legs out from underneath me. And nor, when I come back and go, "You were right, I was wrong, get me out of this mess," do you say, "God, I told you not to do that." So that's probably key. One other great memory, a near-miss landing at Memphis. You had the newspaper out. Remember this?
Oh my gosh, yes.
The plane goes lurching sideways. Dr. Johnson's looking out the window, but he's got his USA Today in front of him. And we got in safely, and I said to him, "You know, golly, Joe, you didn't even look up from your paper." And he said, "You know, remember what you said? If I'm going to meet my maker, I wanted to go well informed." You know, I think this is an incredible friendship. I mean, it's more than just mentor and mentee for me. I see Joe Johnson as a friend, and you know, and I appreciate his willingness to serve the institution in retirement the way he's doing.
Well, I enjoyed getting to know Joe early, and then when he asked me to come back, I really appreciated that because he's easy to be around, and I think we tried to have a relationship, and I think what I said to him, I have no opinions unless you ask for them.
Right. Exactly.
And that's important.
Yeah, it is.
And the other thing, the only thing he said, if you see I'm fixing to step off into
Yeah, right. I did.
and don't know what, say, give me a call and
Yeah,
say,
right.
you may be getting ready to step in a big hole.
Yeah, I'll never be offended if you tell me I'm about ready to step in a big hole.
But
before
anyway,
I do it.
Joe is an easy person to know and an easy person to be around, and very enjoyable. And I think he and I would agree we stayed out of each other's hair very well, and had from my point of view, a very productive relationship.
Yeah, it's a great relationship. I value it. It's wonderful.